Hello, my name is Douglas Bloch. I'm an author and depression survivor. Welcome to your Depression Recovery channel, where each week we go over and cover practical tools and coping strategies for healing from depression and anxiety. Before we start today's talk, I wanted to give a disclaimer. Recently I've gone into a depressive relapse, and the medication I'm taking to help me has affected both my vocal cords and also my concentration. So you will notice at times that I'm looking down at the notes as opposed to having them memorized, and you may notice that my voice is not as strong as it has been in the other videos that we've done. Nonetheless, I hope you really enjoyed today's talk because I think it's really important. The title of today's talk is, it comes from actually Buddhism. It's called Radical Acceptance. For many years, I thought that my goal was to get rid of my depression and anxiety forever. However, as I've gone in and out of episodes, including the current one I'm in, I've seen that my temperament, my genetics, my past have basically created what's called a vulnerability to depression. This is something that I have to live with and can't deny. This is similar to a person who has diabetes having to accept that he or she is going to have fluctuation in blood sugars as opposed to fluctuation in mood. So eventually I've had to decide, instead of fighting against the reality that I've got depression, to practice what the Buddhists call radical acceptance. Author Douglas Bloch, who wrote the book on radical acceptance, says that radical acceptance has two components. The first is an honest acknowledgement of what is going on inside of you, and the second is a courageous willingness to be with the moment just as it is. Those are the 2 points of it. So it means acceptance and allowing. Accept you've got this condition and allow it to be there. Practicing radical acceptance doesn't mean you have to like it, and it doesn't mean you have to always feel this way. For example, if you're stuck in depression and you can't stand how you're feeling, radical acceptance includes both the acceptance of having the depression and your discomfort with it. There's a familiar saying, whatever you resist persists. When we resist the pain of depression and we push against it, the pain increases. If instead we can relax into the discomfort and accept it, this frees up the energy to do something to change the situation. Thus, the paradox is that before you can change a painful experience, you first have to fully acknowledge and embrace it. Once I allowed depression to be part of my life, then I was able to move forward and find ways to manage and reduce its symptoms. Therefore, we who deal with mental health disorders are called upon to learn the delicate balancing act between embracing our pain while simultaneously seeking to heal it. And I'd like to close with a prayer, a very famous prayer from AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, called the Serenity Prayer, that beautifully describes the practice of radical acceptance. And the prayer goes like this. And many of you 12-steppers out there, I'm sure, know it by heart. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. This has been Douglas Bloch. Thank you for watching this video. If you'd like to learn more about this work, you can go to healingfromdepression.com or simply click on the links during the closing credits. And until we meet again, I wish you the best in your mental health recovery. Thank you again for watching this video.